someone here has been forgotten. Someone hasn't heard from him since he went away. When he left, he said, I'll send for you. Even swore it on the harvest moon, and went away, went away. And I still roll down that country road to the tree he carved I love you on. And every day I still miss him more and more. And the last words I heard him say is, I will write you every day. Then went away, went away, went away. Way down in the land of cotton, someone here has been forgotten.
Like the ripples from a pebble when cast into the water, there is not a life that has not been touched by the troubled times of the 80s. He was grayer than I'd remembered. For once I just listened. It wasn't like him to talk defeat, but he was down. He'd worked hard all of his life for his all-American wife and his all-American children in a small American town. Said he was about to lose his house and he'd already lost his job, and if things kept on getting worse, he didn't know how much longer they could hold on. Said he owed everybody and his brother, and naturally they took it out on one another. He said, you know, you'd be surprised how being out of work can chip away at a marriage and the foundation of a home. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem? He said, you know, I'm not lazy. I mean, it's not that I haven't tried. Then he put his head in his hands, and the grown man almost cried. He said, I guess I'm kind of like the kid on his first date. I don't know what to do with my hands. You know, I've always been busy, made a living for my family. Now I can't get a job, and I'm a working man. He said, my wife used to think I could move a mountain. Now I think she'd be happy if I'd just move out. And the kids, well, they're growing so fast, and they all need clothes, and now they have to do without. It makes you feel small, you know, takes away your self-respect, breaks your heart and hurts your pride. And it makes it hard to be a decent husband and daddy, and it eats you up inside. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem. But what bothered me was he was half of America, not just one man trying to deal with all the change. Out of work, out of hope, out of luck, and most of all, out of dreams. He's the farmer, the trucker, the teacher, the steel worker, the Protestant, the Catholic, and the Jew. He's the hero of America. He's me and he's you. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem?
And you were mine, I'd spank your bottom every time you drink too much or smoke too much or talk too much. Look who's talking, Sometimes I think how it would be if I loved you and you loved me, what we'd do differently than what we're doing now. But I'm just talking, 'cause you're not Charlie Brown and I'm not Raggedy Ann, and this ain't a little cigar band I'm wearing on my hand. We're not playing spin the bottle in a world of make-believe, like the heroes in a storybook that we can't wait to read. But I wonder if there'd be any harm for you to hold me in your arms and steal a kiss or two, then I could forget about you. Listen to me talking. No, I'm not yours and you're not mine, and kissing on you would be out of line, 'cause the kind of hearts we have are the kind that break in two over people like me and you. 'Cause you're not Charlie Brown and I'm not Raggedy Ann, and this ain't a little cigar band I'm wearing on my hand. We're not playing spin the bottle in a world of make-believe, like the heroes in a storybook that we can't wait to read. No, you're not Charlie Brown and I'm not Raggedy Ann, and this ain't a little cigar band I'm wearing on my hand. We're not playing spin the bottle in a world of make-believe, like the heroes in a storybook that we can't wait to read. Well, there you are, and here am I. We are what we decided, alone behind the wall of pride, hopelessly divided. We had so much together, babe, what got into us? How could we just call it quits? We should have called for love. We could have been the closest of friends. We might have been the world's greatest lovers, but now we're just without each other. We could have been the closest of friends. I could say you did me wrong, and you could say you didn't. Oh, we could sit and hold our tongues and act like little children. I could say you never really loved, and you could say the same. But if it's really over, then who cares who was to blame? We could have been the closest of friends. We might have been the world's greatest lovers, but now we're just Since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street. That's Heartbreak Hotel, where I get oh so lonely, honey. Oh, I get lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Well, although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry in the gloom. And you're so lonely. Oh, they get lonely. They get so lonely they could die. Well, the bell of tears keep flowing, and the dance clerk's dressed in black. Goes the bell's along on a lonely street that they never, never, never look back. And they don't know how to be any way but lonely. Don't you know it's lonely, honey? Oh, they get so lonely they could die. I tell you now, if your baby leaves you, you just gotta tell the tale. You go take a little walk down lonely street, they call it Heartbreak Hotel, where you'll be oh so lonely, honey. Oh, you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be so lonely you could die. You're my somebody special, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Used to not know where to put you, where you fit into my life. You were just another question mark in a miscellaneous file. But you eased your way into my world and carved your space and time. And now you're always in my heart and on my mind. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Took me long enough to realize that what I had in you was all that I was looking for to make my dreams come true. And now you're every song that
I can't get out of my mind. Since you taught me the melody, you can sing me anytime. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. So when you tell me that you're lonely and you think that I don't care, I may not know how to show you, but I promise to be there. For as long as you can love me and want me to love you, you'll be the reason for everything I do. You're my somebody special. God bless me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Stared out the window and I struggled for something to say. You left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I miss you more than I missed you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. You I need you more than I things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s a hand? She's a single girl looking for a job, trying to make it on her own. She's the ex-wife of a husband who left her with 2 kids to raise alone. She's a mom working overtime to buy the school clothes the kids will need this fall. And the dedicated housewife living for her man, and that's not all. She's making $1 million business deals on Wall Street, and she flies the friendly skies. But she knows age is just a number, 'cause at 81 she won the Nobel Prize. She competed for the second highest office in the land, and that ain't bad. She doesn't claim to be perfect, but she's trying, so let's give the girl a hand. Come on now. She's a woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s a hand? She's the woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s a hand? She's committed to a vision to find out who she is and what she wants to do, to give more meaning to her life and not just play a role that she's expected to. She knows within every question lives the answer, just waiting to be called. And the dreams of the woman of the 80s are the dreams of us all. She's the woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s a hand? Come on now. She's the woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s?
She played the tambourine with a silver jingle, and she must have known the words to at least 1,000,000 tunes. But the one most requested by the man she knew as cowboy was a late night benediction at the Y'all Come Back saloon. In a voice soft and trembling, she'd sing her song to cowboy as a smoky halo circled round her raven hair. And all the fallen angels, the pinball playing rounders, stopped the games that they'd been playing for the loser's evening prayer. Faded love, faded memories, how they linger in her mind. Miles and years play the cowboy like an old melody, out of tune and out of time. Every night in the shadows, thinking back on Amarillo, he'd dream of better days and ask for faded love, lifting high his glass in honor of the lady and her song. He paid his check and lonely walked that broken cowboy home. And she played the tambourine with a silver jingle, and she must have known the
the words to at least a million tunes, but the one most requested by the man she knew as cowboy was a late-night benediction at the All Come Back Saloon. She played tambourine with a silver jingle, and she must have known the words to at least a million tunes, but the one most requested by the man she knew as cowboy was a late-night benediction at the All Come Back Saloon. She played tambourine with a silver jingle, and she must have known the words to at least a million tunes, but the one most requested by the man she knew as cowboy was a late-night benediction at the All Come Back Saloon. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night divine. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born.
these things are all that's keeping me alive. Your favorite chair is turned the way you left it, and I'm so dumb I'm saving that old TV guide. I keep going from room to room, touching everything you touched, 'cause these things are all that's keeping me alive. You wouldn't believe all the crazy things I do without you. Like tonight, I found the sugar in the stove, and I just tore up our picture into 1,000 little bits, and I pasted it back together a minute ago. I keep looking at these rings on my finger, and I take them off, then put them on again and cry. And the times I can keep from crying, I'm praying that you will come back home. These things are all that's keeping me alive. These things are all that's keeping
said, I'll send for you. Even swore it on the harvest moon, then went away, went away. And I still roll down that country road to the tree he carved I love you on. And every day I still miss him more and more. And the last words I heard him say is, I will write you every day. Then went away, went away. Way down